time to call your lawyer.
Yes, it is, and our lawyer and friend, Bruce L. Scheiner, is waiting to answer today's question of the week. Now, if you have a question you'd like to ask, too, I'll tell you how to submit that question coming up in just a moment on Kicks Country 92.9. In the meantime, let me caution you that what you're about to hear is just general legal conversation. You see, you've got to sit down with a professional face-to-face to get specific advice in your specific situation. Please know that. There's some good advice that we can pass along for everybody, though, under all circumstances. Don't sign any documents or checks or anything. Don't sign anything. Don't make any statements. And don't let anybody record any conversations until you do sit down with a professional. Now, some attorneys offer a free consultation. I know Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates certainly do. I'll tell you how to reach out to them in just a moment, because that may be the next important step for you in your situation, whatever that might happen to be. Let's see what Bruce thinks of today's legal brain teaser. Would you please help me make welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured on Kicks Country 92.9. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd. How are you doing this morning?
Just fantastic. How about you?
Well, I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good.
You know, I enjoyed another week in Southwest Florida, and, you know, we're just the luckiest people in the world.
That's for sure. And we live in paradise, and everything's just going along great. So why is it that somebody's having some problems? Which is the case with our question of the week, I hate to tell you. Before we get into the question, I read an article the other day that sort of dovetails with this question about the FHP releasing a report saying that 1 out of every 4 traffic accidents involve somebody leaving the scene of the accident. I'm sure that's something that doesn't surprise you at all.
Well, it doesn't surprise me, but it's a much higher percentage that I would have imagined.
Wow. So it perfectly sets up what you're about to hear with the question. If you're ready, I'll get to it.
Yes, I'm ready, Todd.
Okay, it says, my girlfriend was riding her bicycle in a lawful manner on the street when she was rear-ended by a car who left the scene of the accident. Unfortunately, my girlfriend sustained a seriously broken leg that required surgery. The police were never able to find the person who caused the accident. How can my girlfriend find ways to pay for the medical bills and other damages from the accident? Another one leaving the scene and nowhere to follow up, apparently. What do you think?
Well, first of all, when someone causes an accident and leaves the scene, they're referred to as a phantom vehicle.
Oh, yes.
Obviously,
yes.
We know what phantom means, that, you know, they're nowhere to be found.
Correct.
So, number one, if this person owns a motor vehicle, owns a car that has insurance, they could collect the personal injury protection, or PIP coverage, up to $10,000.
So the girl on the bicycle, if she owns a car with insurance, she might be able to go that route.
She could collect up to $10,000 from her PIP.
Well, there's a start. Okay.
Yeah, and that's, as we've talked about before, that if she owns a vehicle or lives in a household with someone, with a resident relative who owns a vehicle.
That's right. So,
okay, so then that's number one. The second thing is, if she's fortunate enough to have health insurance, she could, after the PIP, she can go to her health insurer to pay the balance of the medical bills.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, that's normally people's main concern is getting their medical bills.
Well, of course.
But after the PIP and the health insurance, if she or a resident relative has uninsured motorist coverage, she cover restitution for the remainder of her losses.
That might include if she loses time from work, for example?
Time from work, pain and suffering, inconvenience, inability to enjoy life, all the elements that you would be entitled to recover if the person didn't leave the scene of the accident and had insurance.
I see. Okay. Once again, it sort of hinges on our old friend uninsured motorist coverage then.
Yes, sir. And as we discussed many, many times, that's the most important coverage that a person could buy, is stacking uninsured motorist coverage in the highest amounts that they could afford.
Well, as we found out a couple of weeks ago, the message is beginning to resonate after all these years of you and I having these conversations, so that's good. Hopefully she too, the girlfriend, followed that advice somewhere along the line and is protected protect it like that. The next step is to get her in front of a professional to talk to. So let's point her that direction. Bruce, thank you once again for helping us straighten out this situation. A little on the confusing side to us lay people, but you seem to have got a grip on it. Thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure, Todd. As usual, you could come up with the best questions or have your callers, come up with brain teasers, but I enjoy it.
Well, we enjoy talking to you and look forward to next Wednesday.
Thank you, Todd.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. And let's clue you in to getting your question submitted for potentially next week's session. If you've got a legal question, something that's always bothered you, or maybe you're in a situation you don't understand, go to our website, kickscountry929.com, and look for BLS on the homepage, Bruce L. Scheiner. Get that information in, and we'll do what we can to get it on for you next week. Now, in the meantime, if you are in a legal snarl of some kind, the chances are you don't want to wait and see, is my question going to be answered on the radio, or is it not, or is it going to be 2 weeks? Why not just directly go to Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates? I'll give you the phone number for the Port Charlotte office here. It's 941-743-7777. Call them and ask about a free initial consultation so you can finally get a grip on whatever situation you're in, figure out what direction you need to take. 743-7777. 743-7777. And tell them Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.